Hold on. Yep,
All right.
we're broadcasting. We are live on YouTube.
Right now?
Hello? Yes, you're right now.
Okay. Go! Emperor Xander.
Red Lantern 24.
Hello, everybody. It's good to be back. Yes.
Oh
yes.
man, it has
So
been
much
too.
time. Red Lantern, just say a few things, and so we can get on with this because we have a lot of topics and not very much time.
This is true. Well, we don't have to get all the topics today. It is good to be back. I've missed doing this. I'm sure you have as well.
I miss the money.
Oh, you mean those few chocolate dollars we get every now and then?
Yes, the 2 cents that YouTube has thrown at me to shut me up. Yes.
Keyword there is to shut you up.
Yes.
Topics. Let's just dive into it. We have a lot to cover, as Emperor Xander mentioned, and not a lot of time to do it in. Anybody
Try
who
to keep it under an hour. That's my goal, but unlikely.
We'll do what we can.
Yep.
So let's jump into the big news item, the premiere movie that hit this weekend, Avengers: Age of Ultron. Let's just kind of dive into our views off the bat.
You mean that small sequel to that indie movie? Yeah.
Yeah, made money in box office, stuff like that.
Yeah, I guess it did that.
So
All right, let's get the spoiler-free stuff, I guess, first.
Yeah, spoiler free, so people who are watching this, you can listen to this and be okay. I thought it did a great job. Character development was there. I love the new additions of I can't think of their names now.
Scarlet Witch
and our speedster boy, and even
Quicksilver.
Yeah, and even Ultron himself and Vision.
Ultron and Vision, which is a semi-spoiler, but he's on the posters.
No,
so
he's been promoted that he'd be in there.
Kind of like at the last minute, though. That's what kind of confused me, but.
Yeah, I really liked what they did. I didn't know much of the Age of Ultron storyline from the comics. I'll admit that. I'm obviously very familiar with Quicksilver and with Scarlet Witch and with Vision, but Ultron stuff I wasn't very familiar with, and so I was very pleased with just the story that they presented. I love Joss Whedon as a director and a creator, and so just always enjoy his stuff.
I'm kind of down the middle with Joss Whedon.
Why is that?
I won't go into detail on here. I think he's slightly overrated, but that's just my opinion.
He's made
anyway.
To each his own. I've been very pleased with what he's done with Marvel.
He's done well with this. Falls prey to his directing style, but not horrible. Nothing horrible about it, though.
Yeah, well, with what the studio execs wanted him to do, I'm very glad that he kept major control over most of the stuff.
But yeah, the battle, it was quick-paced. It wasn't slowing down to introduce, here's what happened during the meantime. It was just straight into the action.
Yeah. And there clearly was something that happened between Avengers and this Avengers that this team came back together, because they mentioned we've been working hard these past few months to get this situation taken care of. So obviously we're going into spoilers now for people who are listening. Apologize.
Spoilers. Like 3 people watching live, if that.
They'll be watching the video otherwise recorded, and they'll still have spoilers.
they have a fair warning.
It's true. They do.
You have like 2 seconds now. 1. Okay, spoilers. Quicksilver dies.
No! Actually, it's true. It's very sad that he does. But I really love I love the pulling together at the end, actually, of the movie, of the New Avengers location, and that was really cool to see who they... I mean, it's kind of a forcing kind of thing, but it was awesome to see them.
That's what I'm going to call them from now on, Avengers B Team.
Well, why not New Avengers? I mean, Secret Avengers, I think, is a little misleading, meaning what they are in the comics. The New Avengers is fitting, because that's what they are.
People are in the Secret Avengers, aren't they?
No, Captain America's in the Secret Avengers. Vision is not part of them. At least he wasn't when it started. It really was...
In it a lot.
Huh?
I know War Machine's definitely in the Secret Avengers a lot. Not in all of them, but he's in a lot of them.
Yeah, he comes in and out, but I know that he wasn't, at least originally. It was a different team at first, but I like this team.
But yeah, I'm going to call it Avengers B Team.
No, I love having War Machine. I love having Falcon. I love the fact that they officially pulled them into as Avengers. You know, it was kind of a given that Vision and Scarlet Witch were going to become part of the team the way the movie goes. You know, like if you guys are Avengers, you have to do this. It's like a line they're given. And Vision was more or less created to be that.
Yeah.
But to pull in...
spoilers. Again, Vision is Jarvis. Jarvis is Vision.
Yeah, I guess that's technically... I mean, I feel like he's more than just Jarvis, though.
Jarvis upgraded.
Yeah, because Jarvis still exists.
Jarvis program as a base, so it's Jarvis.
I guess, yes, technically. But I loved it, you know. Yeah, having them throughout the movie and having them brought in at the end, and of course the famous Joss Whedon. I will not say this line. So we get Avengers. Cut.
Yeah.
No, we don't get the last. We don't get the second. No second word. We still don't hear him say it.
No.
He came close in the first one. He came close in this one.
I don't know what Josh Whedon's hate for that one word is.
It's not much of a hate. It's I'm a tease. He likes to poke at a little bit at him. But then again,
But he also teased us without the first Marvel movie to do this, by the way. No end credit scene.
No, he had a pre-end credit scene. So like there was the mini credits, and then there was spoilers. You're talking about the shawarma scene of the original Avengers.
But in all the Marvel movies so far, there's been a end credit scene.
Not all of them, actually. There was a few that didn't, like Incredible Hulk with Edward Norton, which is considered a continuity Marvel movie. Did not have an end credit scene. It had a pre-end credit, but it did not have an end credit scene.
I thought Tony Stark was in the very end credits.
It was not at the end. So like the pre-end, so you have the mini credits, you know, that does the quick scroll of the main actors, and then it was in that bar with Thaddeus Ross. Tony comes in and says, "We're building a team," and it ends there, and then the full credits run, and there's nothing else at the end of that one.
Okay, so that's the first one, but still.
And there was one other, I can't remember which one it was, but there was one other that didn't have a end credit. It had a pre-end credit, but it didn't have an end credit. I just can't remember which one. I did love the, you know, Guardians of Galaxy end credit scene with Howard the Duck, because who doesn't love that throwback to the 80s? But this one, I feel like it didn't need an extra one. Like, the shawarma scene was a unique thing that Joss Whedon could have done, and, you know, it didn't drive any story. It just made a comical point to people who were willing to sit through.
It has a 3-hour cut that we don't have.
That was because of the studios.
Well,
they wanted to cut. Oh,
that's
gosh.
Exactly. That's going to definitely be a DVD thing, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Josh Whedon will have a sea of angry fans just riding his house if we don't get a 3-hour cut.
Well, of course. Well, and the thing is, like, he had other stuff in there, and they're like, well, we need to cut this, and this, and, like, to be able to have the story that we had, which that town time in Hawkeye's house with his wife, which and kids. Spoilers again, awesome to have. That really felt developed that character more. Um, it
And people thought Black Widow and him were together.
I like the Black Widow and Hulk together thing. Like Black Widow.
I kind of like her better with Steve, but that's personal.
Huh?
I like her and Steve better. Their chemistry a little bit more.
I get what you're saying, but I think it's a unique touch of. I feel like she's seen in him this guy who is struggling with something psychotic almost, and she's dealt with that having been evil before becoming an Avenger. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And so I think that's why I'm enjoying her being.
I almost think in Cap 3, her and Steve's gonna get stronger since they're running Avengers 2.0 together.
Yeah, but I think Steve has reached the point where he's not. After the person he loved died, more or less is dead because of how old he is.
Well, I'm not saying like super romantic. You know what I mean, right?
Yeah, I don't think they will. There's the line that Steve gives when like the flirt line that he gives to.
More like they're going to be the mother and father of this new Avengers team.
Oh, they're definitely solid leaders. Yes.
Oh, this is the mama, and she's going to be the mom. He's going to be the dad. Pretty much.
Yeah. No, I can see that.
Yeah.
But I mean, the character development was there. I'm gonna say this though, like, the CGI for Ultron at times just seemed a little fake.
Well, that's kind of the problem with how they made him, with teeth.
Yeah, like him talking, just like if it was just a closed mouth and we heard voice, like it would have felt more realistic. The moving mouth just was just like.
What I would have done was like how they have it in the comics, where his mouth just kind of glows.
Yeah, and
like his mouth would glow every time he spoke.
And that would even be okay. I'd even be okay with. There was just the moving mouth thing. I was just like, okay, like come on. That's a little like almost would take me out of the movie every now and then.
Yeah.
I did love I'm not sure if you noticed, but there has been in all Phase 2, there's been a homage to Star Wars.
Oh, you know what I told you last time?
I did love I did love the arm cut off. I was like, oh, there it goes.
Oh, who was the one that said that wouldn't happen? No, they wouldn't cut anyone's arm. Oh, that's a lie, but we don't have a recording of that, so.
We have no proof of any of that. I don't know what you're talking about. Keep up I can mute you.
You know what? I can mute you too. We're doing an experimental thing where we're doing a live one at first, and then I'm also. Fuck.
What?
I forgot to press record on the other one.
Do we need to start all over?
No, fuck it. We'll just do the live one. So we're going to do a special one where it's just the live one, and then next time we'll do a live and recorded one simultaneously. But yeah, Age of Ultron, I've heard some people complaining about it, and I think it's better than the first. Personally.
Yeah, I thought it was great. I was very pleased with everything that they did. Huh?
The pacing was better, I think.
Which was?
In this one, the pacing. It moved faster. It wasn't, alright, we have to do like an hour and a half developing the team and getting them together and then bickering and then somehow pulling them together at the last minute.
Well, yeah, and the difference is this one by this point had them established as a team. Whereas
Yeah.
the first Avengers, they were coming together for the first time. Maybe they one-on-one had interacted, but none of them had been together all together to work together. And so there was the first one needing that exposition and build up to see eventually these people can work as a team. And so we don't need that with the second one, which is why we were able to dive right in, get going, and develop the story there. I love the twins, and the people playing the twins are great. The death of Quicksilver, that was shocking. I didn't think they'd kill him off that quick. But
I
then
wish they did, but
then again,
I wish they did a little more development before they did that. You know?
Yeah, but point in case, this is Marvel, and it is a comic book based universe, and so far in the movie universe, even the two people we officially saw die did not stay dead. Coulson died, and he came back.
True characters haven't died.
And Nick Fury died and came back.
Well, and Bucky.
And Bucky. And so, point in case, the characters that we know and we fall in love with do not stay dead. Have not stayed dead so far. So I would say it's safe to bet that that we might see him again. Now, I can't guarantee it. They might be like, no, we're done. But to get rid of Scarlet Witch, his brother, and kind of break up the twin... Yeah, in the first movie, it's kind of weighty.
Yeah.
You know, but then again, there was no announcement of how many movies Aaron signed on for to play Quicksilver.
Yeah.
So we had the knowledge of, like, Samuel Jackson in, like, 9 movies.
Yeah. Which his is coming close to an end.
Yeah, but I'm sure he'll re-sign on.
Yeah.
I know
Robert Downey Jr. has, like, 2 more.
No, he didn't re-sign a contract. He re-signed for just one movie.
Isn't he in Civil War?
There's no guarantee.
I thought they confirmed that.
I can relook, but I did not hear any confirmation that he'd be back for that. The last he said was this, and even in the end of this movie, he had said, "I'm tired. I'm done." And so if he's coming back for Civil War, that's news to me. Yeah, that's news. Get it? No? Okay. Moving on. Let's go and check that. Dear old Marvel, give me some information. The joy of the internet, right? You can go and search for things immediately.
The internet, where all your ships are possible.
Okay, this is just... So I'm typing in Google, is Robert Downey Jr. Is Robert Downey Jr. And the first thing that pops up is Robert Downey Jr. dead? Really? Like, is this something people normally look for?
Is Robert Downey Jr. dead?
According to the internet, no.
Well, that's good.
Right?
Yeah. Yay, he's not dead. So much applause for him not being dead. Can't you hear it, country? His time is running out. But
That's why
with your help, he will stay alive and make lots of. Hurry up! I can't stall much longer.
Okay, so they were lead roles, obviously in the Avengers Captain, but Robert Downey isn't signing any more long-term deals with Marvel Studios anytime soon. There's sadly no Iron Man 4 on the way, but as a fortunate surprise, the star who helped to launch the Marvel Cinematic Universe to 2008 Iron Man is coming back for at least one extra feature in Captain America: Civil War. So it's not a guarantee of what he'll be doing.
It's Civil War. You know what he's gonna be.
In fact, the third Captain America film is only using the story and subtitle Civil War based on a major crossover event in Marvel, thanks to Robert Downey Jr.'s involvement. Speaking with Empire Magazine, their Avengers 2 over RDJ speaks to how Marvel convinced him to add another picture to his contract. He said to me, if we have you, we can do this, or Cap 3 has to be something else. It's nice to feel needed, and at this point it's about helping each other too. I look at it as a competition, and I go, wow, maybe if these two franchises team up, and I can take even a lesser position with people I like and directors I respect, maybe we can keep things going. So it's sounding like he's not going to be in the Iron Man suit. He'll probably just be Tony Stark, by the way it seems.
Not likely. Come on.
He has said in interviews prior to this that he is feeling really tired, and that suit is very heavy. And he's an old man, which is true, and not sure he can keep up with the boys anymore. Just saying.
All right, so back to actual movie we're supposed to be talking about.
Avengers.
Let's talk about damn end of credit scene.
I mean, the one that most fans kind of foresaw coming.
Yeah.
It was awesome. I mean, I'm excited for Guardians of the Galaxy 2 now.
Thanos is finally coming.
Took him long enough. I love that his...
Actually, let me rephrase that. He's starting to come. How many movies are between this and the next Avengers? And apparently, they're all in chronological order. So that means Thanos is going to take that long just to get to Earth.
Well, I just love the fact that he put on the gauntlet, which is awesome. It was awesome to see the gauntlet. It was awesome
put on a glove. Now I'm going to sit in my chair for another 5 movies until I...
Well, I love the fact that he goes, the line he has is, what is it, like, I have to do it myself, or
fine, I'll do it myself.
Yeah, but I love the fact that it took him this long through everything to get there. And it's like, he couldn't get the Cosmic Cube for some reason, and so he sends Loki in to get that stone. Yeah. You know, he sends another guy to get the stone that the Guardians have. It's just like... It's like, dude, if you know where they are, and you apparently have this great and scary being who can destroy worlds, why don't you just go get them yourself?
You know, he's too busy sitting on that floating chair.
It's so true. There was
if
one.
You had a floating chair, wouldn't you be sitting on it all the time? If I had a floating chair looking deeply into the universe, floating in outer space, I'd be sitting in it a lot too.
I mean, I guess, but there was one thing though in regards to that.
He just has this great view of space that he can really look into.
It's emptiness. Like he's clearly not that powerful if he needs these gems. I'm sorry, but he's not. If he needs the Infinity Gems to rule, what kind of powerful being is that? And I don't get why people keep being afraid of him. There was one thing, though, in Avengers, there's something that Thor said that threw me.
The 4 gems? Or
yeah.
Something?
Yeah, he says, we know 4 now. Here's my issue. Like,
there are 4 gems.
4 gems have been found so far, yes. But he's only actually personally, we've only seen him in movies at least, interact with 3 of them. Number 1 was the Cosmic Cube.
Yeah.
Number 2 was the Ether.
Yeah.
Number 3 was this one. The one that's inside Vision's head. The 4th one is in Guardians of the Galaxy. We never see him interact with it.
Well, think about this. It was in the care of, what's-his-face, the Collector. at one point, wasn't it?
No, they went to sell it to him, and then they never did. That was when his place got destroyed.
But, alright, let's assume that they actually seen that Lady Sith went to the Collector. They know of his existence.
They know of his existence, yeah.
Let's say Thor hears the Collector's whole place was blown up by an infinity gem. So I'm assuming he heard of that. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, I get it. Part of me is...
Did he personally interact with it? No. Did he hear of its existence? Most likely.
I hope so. I mean, it would make sense. It confused me, you know?
Yeah.
Because it's just like, here is...
Thanos is going to take his time to get to Earth in 3 or 4 or 5 movies from now.
I think we might have interaction with him with the second Guardians movie, though.
Maybe. Who knows?
I hope so.
Alright. What's next on our list of things that we really need to get to because we're running low on time?
Well, Batman versus Superman or Suicide Squad stuff would be the next top one.
Alright, let's go with Suicide Squad because I don't like it. I don't like it one bit.
None of it?
Alright. I kind of like the design for Killer Croc because he actually looks like he's supposed to be in a superhero movie. In the pictures, Will Smith looks like, what the fuck am I doing in here? He's just so confused.
It's true.
Harley Quinn doesn't look like Harley Quinn because I didn't even know that was Harley Quinn until someone told me it was Harley Quinn.
You didn't know that was Harley Quinn?
No.
That looks like the Harley Quinn of current issues. That's the Harley Quinn of now. One of many faces.
But my problem is they don't look like supervillains. They don't look like they're in a comic book movie. They look like really poor cosplayers.
Wow.
Really cheap costumes. And one guy got really good makeup for his Killer Croc outfit. And that's about it.
Well, I think their desire to make him feel more realistic. Make them all feel more realistic. I mean, they're trying to get that grittier feel that, since this is supposed to be in the connection with Batman versus Superman in that movie world.
Oh, yes. Make the comic book universe with talking gorillas more realistic. Definitely. Definitely need to do that.
Have you seen Gorilla Grog on the Flash?
Sorry, I don't have time to watch every single thing on television.
Well, maybe you should.
I have other things to watch, thank you very much. Like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which is connected to the movie universe.
One show, you don't have time to watch another?
I didn't say that was the only show I watch. I'm just saying that is one that needs to be watched for movie universe continuity, not this one. This one has no connection or no news that they will ever be connected to the movie universe.
It's okay. They're good, though. They're actually very enjoyable. Well done, written, created characters.
But yeah, Suicide Squad.
Sorry.
And Joker. I actually thought that...
They made an announcement that is actually not fully what the Joker is going to look like, but was done as a 75th anniversary thing since this is the 75th year for the Joker.
Yeah, I heard that wasn't going to be as official. That the tattoos weren't going to be a thing. And I'm like, thank God for the face tattoos, because that would have just been horrible.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't mind, like, the arm tattoo. I know it sounds funny, but I think it'd be interesting. Yeah, that smile arm pattern.
I don't know. I just don't know. The skin I had no problem with. The teeth were my biggest problem. The silver teeth. And the face tattoos, but now that we know that's not going to be a thing.
Yeah. There's a lot of from your end.
Pardon?
I just got a lot of echo.
Oh, echo.
Echo. Sorry.
Ugh, not echo.
Really?
All right. What are your thoughts on the Suicide Squad pictures?
Overall, I have some changes I'm not a fan of. I don't know about a few costumes. I'm interested to see if they're gonna adjust Harley Quinn. You know that was a big concern to a lot of people. Overall, though, I thought they looked badass. Forget my language. I thought they looked great. I liked the gritty look to them. I would have loved to have seen Amanda Waller if they were gonna take the fat, annoying woman of the comics, or if they're gonna take the kind of sexy witch that Arrow has taken on with Amanda.
Is this the first time we're talking about Suicide Squad on this show, or no?
I think so, yeah.
All right. One issue I'm going to just plain out straight say: Will Smith, no casting. Why? It's just going to make it horrible because he's a well-known actor, and now you're just going to see Will Smith, not Deadshot.
Well, you keep him in a costume and keep him face covered like you could.
From the pictures we've seen, he's not going to keep his head covered. We saw him maskless, looking confused, but still maskless.
No, we'll find out. I mean, there's no guarantee. I'm more interested to see what storyline they're going to take. I feel like my biggest concern with Suicide Squad is that I feel like it is more of a serial, something that actually would work well in a TV show. I don't know how well it'll do in a movie.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I get it.
That would be my biggest concern.
Yeah, what would be the overall plot for a long movie for them? Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see about that. But speaking of that, Batfleck.
Okay, I know that there's a lot of people who weren't a fan of the trailer. I know there's a lot of people who aren't a fan of him being in here. I'm just going to say it. I'm excited for that.
Well, that's a very exclusive club that you're a part of, fan.
And I'm okay with that. I'm a Batman fan. I am. I loved the little Easter eggs in the original Superman movie with seeing like Wayne Enterprises randomly show up. This hinting that Wayne has clearly been established in around there. The storyline seems like it's pulling a little bit from the Dark Knight Returns series, as well as a few other stories. I have a feeling they're going to be taking it from some of it from the Lex Luthor Man of Steel storyline, which takes the view of Lex Luthor rather than from Superman, and it shows you Superman through his eyes, which at that point Superman looks like a demigod who's trying to take over the world. And so you open up to an idea that Lex is maybe not as evil as we think, and more of concerned with humanity than
I think that's
trust in this monster than not. And you hear Lex's voice speaking to somebody in the trailer. Like, that's Lex Luthor, the guy who's playing him. That's Lex Luthor's voice speaking and talking about the dangers of raising this man up because we make him a god. And we're trying to put too much trust in him. And so it could almost be that Wayne is, at least to start off, and leading up to that scene, misled to understand Superman is something other than he is.
Oh, that would be interesting to see Lex Luthor and Bruce Wayne in a business room together.
It would, and it's happened before. I mean, Bruce Wayne has been in a business meeting in comics with Lex Luthor. They're two very powerful, business-savvy industry men. And in the comics, Bruce very much actively takes his responsibilities as head of his corporation and has spent time in rooms with Luthor. And they're civil together. Bruce being, of course, one who also has Batman and is not fully on par with Luthor's ethics.
But fully aware of Luthor's endeavors.
Yeah. So I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to do a good job. I love the casting choices that they've picked for the characters. I think people are just they're expecting way too much or expecting something other than they're getting. And rather than that, we should approach it with hey, we're getting a Batman movie and it's actually trying to be true to what we've seen so far in movies. And it's trying to avoid that catastrophe of Batman Forever and Batman, I can't even say the second one, with George Clooney. And it just shouldn't have happened. Arnold Schwarzenegger as a supervillain. No. No.
You know what? No. I think Batman or Arnold Schwarzenegger could have been a great supervillain. Not Mr. Freeze, though. That was a poor choice.
That was Joel Schumacher.
Yeah. Let's see, who could Arnold Schwarzenegger have been? Killer Croc could have been something I think he could have pulled off.
Maybe.
Especially back then. Just be a big, stupid, strong guy. You could totally pull that.
I guess. Clayface, especially now with technology the way it is.
Yeah.
Definitely Clayface. I'll say this though, in those original movies, I was sad that Billy Williams wasn't brought back to play Two-Face proper. I mean, he was Harvey Dent to begin with.
Yeah.
But that's neither here nor there.
Mm-hmm.
Still, I mean, I'm excited to see what they're gonna do.
Yeah.
You know, it looks like it's gonna be. I feel like it's gonna be interesting, and I'm definitely gonna see it. So.
All right. What's next on our great big board of topics?
Well, we've covered 2 in 1, which was kind of nice. That marked off 2 of those. I believe next on our topics. Where did it go? Why are you acting weird? There it is. Next on our topics, we have Jurassic World.
Jurassic World. One that I'm in the minority of, thinking that the raptor thing is awesome and not stupid at all.
I'm actually excited for this one as well. I'm probably right there with you in that minority.
Because think about it. Raptors are pack animals. You know what else is a pack animal? Dogs. You know how easy they were to train?
Mm-hmm.
Even a caveman can do it. Just saying.
I think my bigger concern is, like, we're having a new dinosaur that's never existed, apparently, appearing.
Well, that's
like,
just bad science. And
like,
you know what? I thought about that, and that's exactly what I would do as a mad scientist. Bringing dinosaurs back to life wouldn't go far enough for my mad science. I'd be like, no, I gotta make an even better dinosaur to prove that I am better.
Yeah, I'm
better than nature.
For this. Part of me is excited for this, but a part of me is very worried, and the big part of that comes from, like, I know the source material, the original Jurassic Park book, and the sequel. Like, they're great books, and they really are the science-driven end of science fiction. And 1 and 2 of the movies did a decent job. 3 really kind of were just throwing people into dinosaurs because we can. And so it feels like they're trying to get back to what was really impressive about those early ones. And I just hope that they don't push themselves too far or make things too weird. You know?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
What?
What is that you have in your in your hand?
Oh, card.
Okay,
A GameStop's power-up card.
nice.
That little distraction brought to you by GameStop. Get the power-up card today.
But anyway, so I mean, and not only that, but the actor. I'm excited to see this actor though. The guy playing the main character, is Chris Pratt, who of course was in Guardians of the Galaxy, which is also an amazing another amazing Marvel movie of this Phase 2 cinematic universe. And very impressive as an actor, and so I'm excited to see him in this role.
Yeah.
I'm just afraid that they're gonna almost go over the top with things, push it too far. Does that make sense?
Yeah. You think they would have learned their lesson from seeing that this is supposed to be a sequel, at least from the first one?
Yeah,
You
but
think
it's
they would have learned their lessons on making them all female? Because that didn't work out in the first one.
true. But the thing is, like, I feel like we're missing a gap here too. Like,
Yeah.
this is gonna start, and the park is opening, and it's like
The park has been open. No, it's not opening. It's been open for a while.
Well, at last we heard, like, Hammond had no plan of opening the park, and so all of a sudden the park's open. It's like, where did this come from? Like, we are having a missing gap here. You know what I mean? Wade? Wade, you there? Alright, folks, I think I just lost Emperor Xander. Yeah, gang, looks like I just lost Emperor Xander. Not sure what happened. So I am going to go, because obviously there's no more need for me to stay here. We will have more videos coming soon. We will talk and discuss other things. Until next time, you keep going to the box office. We'll keep having dialogue. Stay nerdy, folks.